What's up YouTube, DMLX here today, here to review on The Birth of a Nation. I'm going to be breaking down the positives and negatives and my overall thoughts on the movie. So starting with the positives, Birth of a Nation has really great performances throughout. You got Nate Parker, who's the lead, got Armie Hammer in there, James Earl Haley, Aja Naomi King. Great performance throughout. I definitely think Nate Parker deserves an Oscar nomination for his performance in this film. And I really enjoy seeing Nat's breaking point to rebel progress in this movie. There's always certain instances where the slaves are treated harshly, and then you can just see in Nat's face just the pain, the agony going through all these different plantations, preaching and seeing the pain, seeing certain slaves get killed off. You always wonder, like, okay, what's going to be the breaking point? What's going to make him say, all right, enough's enough, I'm going to rebel? I was really emotionally invested throughout this movie. And there's a lot of brutal scenes in this movie. Some were maybe too much to handle for some people. I was just like, what? They went that far with it? I don't want to spoil anything that happens in this movie, but yeah, there are a lot of brutal scenes that I didn't expect to see. You just kind of want to look away, but you're just so glued to the screen. You're just like so in awe of, like, did this really happen a couple hundred years ago? Like, that's just mind-blowing to me. I was really emotionally invested in this movie because you could just really feel the pain for these slaves, man. What some of these slaves had to go through. Some were treated harsher than others. It makes Nat feel more lucky that he doesn't have to deal with what other slaves are going through. It makes you want to shed a tear, man. I nearly had that one tear going down, but I kept strong, man. I kept strong. And the cinematography of this movie captures the Deep South perfectly. You really feel like you're in this dark time of the United States. And you can tell Nate Parker really wanted you to see the pain in the character's eyes when it comes to slaves being treated a certain way or the brutal death scenes. Like, it's all there. Like, he really wants you to be emotionally invested. He wants to make a political statement about this movie. If you're watching The Birth of a Nation for a history lesson, that is not the way to view this movie. If you want facts, go research it for yourself on the internet. And I believe the ending for this movie was really powerful. It kind of had that Braveheart 300 style moment to it. It ended in a sad way, but at the same time it made you feel empowered. But moving on to the negatives, I thought some of the visual imagery was a bit unnecessary, like when you see like a corn bleeding or you see like a little angel that pops up on screen. I mean, I like what you're trying to convey, but I feel like those scenes, those segments are a bit unnecessary, and it just kind of takes you out of the movie for a bit, you know what I mean? I felt the film was longer than it had to be. Seeing it took a good minute to get to the revolt, but it still was worth it in the end. They could have like chopped this down to like an hour 45. Overall, I thought this movie was great. I definitely think it has Oscar consideration written all over it. It has great performances, amazing cinematography, brutal scenes that'll make you weep, honestly. Most of you probably be heartbroken after watching this movie. It's definitely in my top 10 films of 2016, so that's why I'm going to have to give Birth of a Nation a 9 out of 10. So let me just in the comments down below about The Birth of a Nation. Did you enjoy this movie? Like, subscribe, more content to me on The Birth of a Nation and other films in general. I'm DMLX. I'll see you in the future.